I'm sorry. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Wait!
Oh, let's go.
Listen, congratulations.
Big boy. This is going to be the toughest fight of his career.
Shut up, relax.
The most embarrassing fight of his career.
Chair across your face.
Yeah, I think he's about to cry.
Tyson Fury visits and joins Jake Paul camp to destroy Anthony Joshua, and the message is loud and clear. Fury's presence alone elevates the stakes. This isn't hype, it's a strategic alignment. Jake Paul now gains insight, training, and mentorship from a heavyweight legend, intensifying the pressure on AJ.
Both like whoever loses is pretty much fucked, I'd say, because they've had a lot to say. It's like me, when you speak a lot of shit, you gotta back it up. And now it's time for the big boys to do it. Get it on!
Lawrence Okolie confirms that Jake Paul is entering the deep end, facing a world-class heavyweight like Anthony Joshua. With Tyson Fury now in camp, the preparation intensifies. Paul isn't just learning boxing basics, he's absorbing elite strategies, timing, and power awareness, giving him a real chance to challenge AJ.
I think, hats off to both of them for getting very well paid. I do want to go in and work with Jake Paul in preparation for this fight and preparation for mine. It'll be good to. I need to know what he sees that makes him think this is a good idea. That's one I'm very difficult to know.
Carl Fruch underscores the brutal reality. AJ sees Jake Paul as an easy payday. With Fury in Paul's corner, hype grows, but the experience gap is enormous. Joshua's Olympic pedigree, power, and calm precision make this a mismatch, highlighting just how steep the climb is for any YouTuber stepping into his ring.
And Anthony Joshua said, Jake or anyone can get this work, no mercy. I took some time out. I'm coming back with the mega show. It's a big opportunity for me, whether you like it or not. I'm here to do massive numbers, have big fights, and break every record whilst keeping cool, calm, and collected. So chill in it. I mean, come on, he's jumping in with fake Paul, who has no experience, and no fights, and no world ranking at heavyweight. Easy work, easy.
Eddie Hearn acknowledges Jake Paul's unusual commitment. While Fury's presence amplifies the pressure, Paul is quietly learning, sharpening technique, and building confidence. Hearn notes that despite talent limits, Paul's dedication makes him unpredictable, adding intrigue to the fight. Still, against AJ's elite skill, the odds remain heavily stacked.
Easy night's work, and it would be massive. And Jake's smart. Look, I know that we have our back and forth. Jake's improving as a fighter, and you have to respect the fact that he's dedicated not just to the business, but also to the hard graft of boxing. I still don't think he's particularly good, but he's a decent, some level.
Duke McKenzie highlights that Anthony Joshua's camp adjustments could make a massive difference. With Fury guiding Jake Paul and AJ refining his own preparation, this fight becomes a clash of strategies. Joshua's disciplined approach and targeted training suggest he's more than ready to neutralize any advantage Paul may gain.
Is Joshua training with the Usyk camp now?
Yeah, he's training with the Usyk camp.
If he's training with the Usyk camp and there's a marked improvement on his performance, he could quite easily clean up again.
Listen,
Devin Haney expresses astonishment at Paul's boldness. Stepping into the ring with a proven heavyweight like AJ, especially with Fury in camp, is no small feat. The skill, power, and experience gap is immense, making this one of the most high-stakes, unpredictable matchups in modern boxing.
I was surprised that Jake took the fight rather than Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is one of the best fighters in the world. He's a solidified champion. But I'm surprised that Jake took the fight and is fighting a guy that's so dangerous like Anthony Joshua. So I got to take my hat off to him. Because we were saying that he's fighting this person past their prime, this person's old and this and whatnot, and now he's fighting.
Spencer Oliver warns that even a few rounds could be risky for Paul. AJ's power and precision are unforgiving, and the health risk is real. While Fury can sharpen Paul's skills, the reality is harsh. Surviving AJ's best shots is a monumental challenge, with serious consequences if underestimated.
the worry for me would be that if Jake Paul would be able to get through a few rounds, and then you go, then it could be a danger to his health, because like that, there is you know, ramifications from taking blows like that off Anthony Joshua. But I think the fight could be done quite quickly. And when you're talking about the dangers and death and all that, I don't see it like that because I don't think that Jake Paul will be able to hang in there.
Carl Frampton makes it clear that Anthony Joshua's dominance is decisive. Against an inexperienced fighter like Jake Paul, 1 round is likely all it takes. Fury's guidance may help Paul, but AJ's speed, power, and championship experience leave little doubt about the likely outcome.
Do you think it doesn't harm AJ?
I don't think it does harm.
Why?
Because I just think he goes and if it's a real fight, he'd go and blow him away in a round. That's the end.
What if he doesn't do him in a round? Is that?
Gareth A. Davies lays it out. Jake Paul is stepping far beyond his league here. He's accustomed to area-level cruiserweight competition, but Anthony Joshua is an elite, massive puncher and a proven heavyweight force. Davies' comparison to Usyk emphasizes Joshua's technical skill, endurance, and power that Paul simply hasn't faced. Even seasoned fighters struggled against AJ's precision and strength over 10 rounds. Paul entering this fight is taking extreme risks. The thought of Paul standing toe-to-toe with a world-class heavyweight seems almost unreal. This isn't just a challenge, it's a monumental leap into the deep end of professional boxing.
I completely agree with Ben. I mean, that's the biggest issue with the fight. You know, let's be fair. Jake Paul is an area level fighter, British area level fighter. That's where he's at as a cruiserweight. He's stepping in against a very big heavyweight who's a massive puncher. Just go back to the second fight with Alexander Usyk. Look how great Alexander Usyk has become. And you go back and look at some of the highlights of Joshua's attacks on Usyk and gave him a really...
Tyson Fury's perspective is blunt yet measured. He isn't dwelling on past decisions, but instead evaluates Paul's bold move objectively. Calling it a 50-50th acknowledges Paul's unpredictability, yet Fury understands the vast experience and power gap AJ brings. Fury joining Paul's camp could sharpen his strategy, but he knows the danger is real. AJ isn't just another opponent. Fury's confidence in Paul's preparation contrasts sharply with reality. The matchup is high risk, high reward. It's a fascinating clash of worlds, an influencer stepping into the arena of elite heavyweights, guided by one of boxing's most dominant figures.
Do you regret the Joshua fight not happening?
No, I don't. I don't regret anything. Life's too short for regrets.
What do you think of Jake Paul calling him out?
I think it's a good fight. I think it's a real 50-50 fight.
Alexander Usyk doesn't mince words. He reminds everyone that AJ is a decorated world-class boxer whose skill set demands respect. Paul, by contrast, is still finding his footing in professional boxing. Usyk's blunt assessment exposes the reality. Stepping into the ring with AJ isn't a spectacle, it's a serious career risk. While fans might hype Paul's bravado and Fury's guidance, the skill, experience, and Olympic pedigree of Joshua make this a mismatch on paper. Usyk frames it succinctly. This isn't entertainment, it's high-stakes combat, and Paul's celebrity fighter status doesn't equate to the rigorous demands of facing a top-tier heavyweight champion.
Last fight, it's great, because Anthony is Olympic champion, Francis Ngannou, it's second fight for boxing. Listen.
Jake Paul's message is dripping with bravado and psychological warfare. He's clearly targeting Anthony Joshua's mental approach, taunting him for allegedly hiding under pressure. This isn't just trash talk, it's strategic mind games, attempting to plant doubt and unnerve a world-class fighter. Jake knows that AJ thrives on discipline and focus, so by preemptively claiming Joshua will go into hiding, he's forcing a response, trying to get under his skin before the fight even begins. Fans are split. Some see Paul's confidence as hilarious or arrogant, while others recognize the calculated risk of provoking a champion like AJ. But the reality is stark. Words alone won't carry Paul through 10+ rounds against a seasoned Olympic gold medalist with knockout power. This clip perfectly captures the high-stakes tension building around the fight, highlighting the clash of celebrity bravado versus elite boxing skill. The hype is real, but so is the danger.
Genuinely sorry. Like, I want to apologize in advance because I know the emotional turmoil you're going to go through. You're going to go into hiding. That's who you are. You love to go and hide, and so that's what's going to happen.
Duke McKenzie makes it brutally clear. This fight is a mismatch in size, experience, and skill. AJ is a trained, world-class heavyweight with the power and technique to dominate, while Paul is still proving himself. Lacking any history against true elite competition, McKenzie emphasizes the danger, not just from punches, but from stepping into the ring with someone of Joshua's magnitude. The physical and mental disparity is alarming. An 18-stone champion against a much smaller opponent isn't just an uphill battle, it's a potential career-defining risk. While hype and celebrity boxing bring attention, Mackenzie reminds us that this isn't entertainment, it's professional combat. Fans might cheer for Paul's bravado, but inside the ropes, experience and preparation count more than social media followers. This clip highlights why so many boxing analysts view the matchup as reckless for Paul. It's a sobering reality check. Stepping in against Anthony Joshua is not just difficult, it's dangerous.
I don't believe to fight Anthony Joshua. It's not like he's beaten, 4 or 5, top line heavyweights, other heavyweights. I don't believe he's boxed any heavyweights.
Derek Chisora's analysis is sharp and no nonsense. He's warning AJ that this fight cannot be underestimated, despite Paul's inexperience. Chisora draws a clear parallel to AJ's swift one-round knockout of Francis Ngannou, implying that any hesitation against Paul could bring unwanted criticism. The stakes are high. Going beyond a few rounds against a smaller but dangerous opponent could damage AJ's reputation, especially against someone who thrives on hype and media attention. Chisora underscores the importance of decisive, strategic performance. AJ can't afford to be complacent, even against a YouTuber. The commentary perfectly captures the tension between entertainment and professional expectation. Every round matters, and the pressure is on Joshua to demonstrate his dominance without question. Paul may be confident and fearless, but Chisora highlights that confidence alone won't save him from AJ's experience and power. It's a sobering reminder that in the heavyweight ring, only precision, power, and decisiveness matter.
So I told Anthony, I already messaged Anthony, I was like, listen, I tell you what, I said to AJ, if this goes past 5 rounds, everybody's gonna be having a go at you because you can't go past 5 rounds with this kid. It has to go past 1 round or 2 rounds. Past beyond 4 or 5 rounds, people are gonna be doubting you as a fighter himself. So he has to smoke him out like what he did Francis Ngannou in Saudi Arabia in 1 round.
Johnny Nelson delivers a stark reality check. Even a slight misstep from Joshua could create a nightmare scenario against Paul. The commentary highlights the precarious nature of this matchup. AJ is the clear favorite, but boxing is unforgiving, and one unexpected moment could change everything. Nelson's focus is on the risk of underestimating Paul's unpredictability and the psychological pressure of facing a hyped social media star. Even if Joshua is dominant, the idea that a YouTuber could inflict damage or cause disruption underscores the danger in complacency. This isn't just about skill, it's about timing, concentration, and awareness. Nelson frames it as a no-win situation because while AJ should clearly win, the small but significant chance of a slip-up keeps the fight tense and unpredictable. Fans may see this as entertainment, but Nelson reminds us that professional boxers must respect the inherent risks, no matter how inexperienced the opponent appears.
What's this? If Anthony Joshua doesn't turn up, even that Anthony Joshua doesn't turn up, should beat Jake Paul. And there's just that 1% that makes you think, could Anthony Joshua slip up here? Because it's a no-win situation for AJ. If he goes the distance, you struggle with a domestic fighter like Jake Paul. If he gets wobbled or get hurt, how can you let a domestic fighter, a YouTuber?
As we reach the climax of this explosive saga, it's clear Tyson Fury joining Jake Paul's camp has shaken the boxing world to its core. Analysts, legends, and fans are all weighing in on the colossal mismatch between Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul. From Fury's endorsement to Chisora's warnings, Mackenzie's caution, and Nelson's no-win scenario, the narrative is set. This fight is about more than punches. It's a clash of experience, power, hype, and psychological warfare. Will Joshua assert his dominance, or will Paul's relentless bravado and Fury's backing create an upset? One thing is certain, the tension, the hype, and the debates aren't slowing down. Now it's your turn. Who do you see walking out victorious? Is it the seasoned, battle-hardened AJ, or the rising, fearless Paul with Fury in his corner? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Smash that like button if you're hyped for the showdown. And don't forget to subscribe for all the latest boxing breakdowns and insider reactions.